Alright, so here we are with our first match. Let's see, we are going to be on the draw, and this hand doesn't look great. Just a Rishgar by himself, not even a creature to add some stuff on, so I'm going to mull this, go to 6. And this looks a lot better, you know, two Gear Hulks, but Llanowar Elves. Gonna get to play Ronus's Last Stand turn 2. Let's try this out, why not? Alright, on the scry we got a Resilient Kinra. You know what, this could be okay. I'm actually going to put this on top, and I'll explain why here in a second. So, turn 1, I'm going to get to play the Elves. Turn 2, I'm going to cast Ronus's Last Stand between the Elves and a single land. And what's going to occur here is I'll have one land untapped, and my other one isn't going to untap, but my Elves will. So then that'll give me the 2 mana to play Kinra, where I wouldn't be able to play like a 3 mana spell or something like that. Alright, Scrap Heap Scrounger it is. Alright. There's another land. And I'm going to go ahead and play this. First time experiencing this card, a 5/4 snake turn 2. I hope this goes well. Looks like we are going to be playing against, you know, Mardu vehicles, something to that effect here. They're going to get a Thopter. Penal Art really is a good card. Very solid card. Alright. So we've top-decked into a couple more lands, which is not a bad thing, because the next turn we're going to get to drop a Gear Hulk. But right now, we're just going to slam down a Resilient Kinra, and then we're going to give a little bit of bonus power to our snake. Not that it really needs it. Okay. So if we wanted, we could make this Llanowar Elves a 3/3 and attack in with it too, but I think that's just too risky. They could double block it or something, and even though we'd be trading 2 creatures for a Llanowar Elves, not sure we would want to take the risk of doing that. So I'm just going to put this on the snake. And we'll smash in with it. Surely they're going to be chumping it with the Thopter. I doubt they want to take 7 damage on turn 3. So for any of you guys who haven't played the pre-release yet, if you have a chance to go to the pre-release tomorrow, or if you just have a chance to mess around with Dominaria in general, I really advise that you do. I played the pre-release today, and then I had a box that we got from pre-ordering that we did with my family and friends, and we really thoroughly enjoyed it. It's a very good set, really great for limited, really great all around, I think. Okay, so this gives an Artificer +1/+2, and I think it automatically gets to go on Pia. So it's going to become a 3/4 if I'm right. Unless I'm wrong. I really thought that just automatically. Yeah, you may automatically, but it chose not to. That's kind of weird. Oh no, the Artificer has to enter the battlefield, not vice versa. Okay, I get that now. I feel a little dumb. So the goal here is just going to be to blow them out next turn whenever I play the Gear Hulk. Because they're going to only have 1 blocker, and I'm going to get to spread around 4 power on board. Yeah, I think it's going to be pretty good. And then Jade Light Ranger, also just really solid, but Gear Hulk's just going to be better. I'm probably going to do something akin to putting, what, like 2 on here, make it a 4/4, and then 2 on my snake. I think it's a fine distribution. Go to attacks. Get in for at least 4 damage here. By the way, you may notice I have the Masterpiece Gear Hulks here. I was purchasing these cards, and it was like $2.25 for the regular Gear Hulks, and then it was $2.50 for the Masterpiece Gear Hulks. Heck yeah, I'm going to go for the Masterpieces, only being like a quarter more. Like, they class this deck up. I like it. So I lost my Gear Hulk there to a Braid. Not really upsetting, honestly, because I have another one in hand, and my opponent's going to be tapped out, completely wide open field. And it's possible I might just win next turn? I haven't done the math here, but I feel confident that's got potential. So I'm going to play my other land. My Gear Hulk is going to add 4 power, 5. Yeah, I believe I just win. Yep. All right, sideboarding. So this looked to be like a artifact. You know, I kind of thought vehicles, but from what I saw, it might be just more artifact kind of based. So maybe I want Naturalizes here. Or Dissenter's Deliverance actually seems like it might be better. Again, my sideboard is not anything very real. This is just whatever green cards I had on hand that I'm like, maybe I want to bring these in. So I'm going to bring those in. I'll take out a couple random things, like, what, maybe the Kinras? I don't know, I mean, I was happy with how the deck played that game. It's not going to be a long game, so I don't think Rishgar will do me a ton here. I'll take out a Rishgar and 1 Kinra. Okay. I probably might not even have needed to sideboard there at all. Alright, do I want to keep this hand? Well, I can cycle turn 1 if I want. Turn 2, get a Kinra. I'm going to keep it. We'll see how it goes. One concern with this deck is it is going to be a Llanowar Elves or bust with the opening hand. That's kind of the fear that I have for it right now. Because this is my very first time playing this deck. I haven't done any leagues, any just for fun matches, anything like that. Previous to this, it's literally, this is my first games. So that is my fear, that it's going to rely too heavily on whatever I was saying, Llanowar Elves. But I'm hoping it's going to be alright. So I think I'll just hold that up and destroy their Scrap Heap Scrounger before it attacks in. I don't really need to play the Kinra, and I'm fine waiting to next turn to play the Jade Light Ranger. So we'll see what they got here. I'll destroy this when we go into combat. I know they're able to get this back from the graveyard, but 1, they need black mana, which they don't have right now, and 2, they don't have another creature to exile from the graveyard. So if they do get it back, it's going to be a little bit... Okay, so there's an Aethersphere Harvester they can't actually do anything with, so that is A-okay. Okay, so here I'm just going to play the Jade Light Ranger. I actually would not mind finding a land off of this. I would, of course, like it to get a counter. But, wow, 2 lands. Okay, well, you get what you ask for, I guess. Yep, I'll just pass there. Next turn, I can play both of the Resilient Kinras, or I can drop Ronus. I actually think playing Ronus might be just a little bit better. Hold up the Blossoming Defense, and then the turn after that I can play the Gear Hulk, which will turn the Ronus on and just probably do a lot of stuff for me here. Okay, so he's going to crew the Harvester. I imagine he's just going to go for the lifelink here, take the damage where he can get it. So I'll go up to 23. This is a very good card. I'm glad it's seeing some play. When it was spoiled, I really liked it. I still really like it, and it just never quite got there in Standard the way I expected it to for a long time. But it's finally, it's getting somewhere. It's actually getting a little expensive online even. Okay, so I'm going to start just by attacking in. And I'll play Ronus on main 2. I'm kind of excited to play with Ronus. I've never actually played this card before. I've had it played against me many times in Standard, and whenever I was doing my pre-releases for Amonkhet, nearly every one of my opponents had this and cast it against me. It was just absolutely absurd. Okay, so then I'm going to Magma Spray my Jade Light Ranger, which is fine, because I guess I could have Blossoming Defense that, but it's alright. I'm not too worried about it. That definitely was a misplay, but next turn I'm going to get to play my Gear Hulk. It has 4 power, so it's going to turn this on all by itself, and then I'll just be able to load up some counters on it, attack him for like 9 damage here, because they're not going to have a blocker, it looks like. Well, I guess they can't have a blocker. They wait to... Okay, never mind. They're not going to have a blocker. Alright, so this is going to take them up to 24. I actually think this is a preferable line of play for me here. Oh, another Jade Light Ranger. Yeah, just this deck has so much value. This is really fun. Really liking this. Okay. So technically, I could actually play the Jade Light Ranger and then play the Kinra pumping this if I need to just in case it to turn this on. I think the Gear Hulk's just better, right? Yeah, I think this is just better. I'm gonna put... You know what? Why not? Let's go all out here. Let's put all 4 of them on Ronus. He can attack. We're going to deal 9 damage. I'm not even too concerned if they kill my Gear Hulk here. It's honestly fine if they do. Like I said, next turn I can run out some other cards to play. Because what I'll do is I'll probably run out my Kinras and pump my Gear Hulk to be like an 8/8. Okay, so he's going to crew both of these. He's going to just say, oh well, to blocking, gain 6 life, go back up to 21, but next turn I'm going to be attacking in for like 17. I actually think it's... I might be able to kill him next turn if I play Blossoming Defense too, right? What's he going to go to, 21? No, he only used 1 point of lifelink? What's he got going on? Because I can definitely deal 18 damage. Okay. Let's see if we can make this happen. Resilient Kinra. Activate it on the Gear Hulk. Yes, I will use its ability. And then I'm going to play another Resilient Kinra. I'm going to activate it on Ronus. And then I go to combat, and I'm going to attack for... Okay, and I even have Blossoming Defense there ready to go. So, perfect. 1 match down. That's awesome. That was a heck of a lot of fun. And it's maybe that was just a good matchup, but I feel like that went well. I mean, the deck just felt good. So, on to match 2. See you guys in a minute.